Hello students of Standard 10th. Welcome to DAV Moil Public School. I am your English teacher Jagruti Meshram. Let's begin our today's online session of English. Our today's topic is from Your Footprints Without Feet, Question of Trust. A Question of Trust is written by Victor Canning. It is said that you must set a thief to catch a thief, but it is also said that there is honor among the thieves. Which saying does this story illustrate? Let us see. The story is about a man named Horace Danby who is 50 years old, and everyone around him thinks that he is a good and an honest man. He used to build locks and used to earn enough profit so that he could hire 2 servants to help him. He was sent to jail once about 15 years ago because he used to commit robberies every year. This year, when he goes to a house for robbery, he meets a woman who pretends to be the owner of the house. Later, when he leaves from there and is arrested, after 2-3 days, he comes to know the truth of that lady. Let us see in detail the story. In this story, you will come across many difficult words. Here are their meanings. Hay fever, an allergy caused by pollen or dust in which the mucous membranes of the eyes and nose are inflamed, causing running of the nose and watery eyes. Sentence: the punishment assigned to a defendant found guilty by a court or fixed by law for a particular offense. Safe: a strong, fireproof cabinet with a complex lock used for the storage of valuables. Grand: a country house with farm buildings attached. Doorway: an entrance to a room or building through a door. Ornaments: a thing used or serving to make something look more attractive but usually having no practical purpose, especially a small object such as figurine. Amused: finding something funny or entertaining. Hesitated: pause in indecision before saying or doing something. Persuaded: induce someone to do something through reasoning or argument. Now let us see the story in detail. Horace Danby was a 50-year-old man. He was unmarried and lived with his housekeepers. The housekeeper used to worry about his health. Although he was fit and fine, but used to have hay fever attacks in summer. He used to make locks and used to earn a profit that was enough for him to hire 2 helpers for his work. Everybody used to think that he was a good man and an honest citizen, but nobody knew that he had gone to jail about 15 years ago and served a sentence in the prison library. He got his love for rare and expensive books from there. Every year he used to steal money and would last him for a year, and with the rest of money he used to buy books through a secret agent. This year, during the summers of July, he was sure that he would steal as easily without getting caught as used to be every other summer. He studied the house for over 2 weeks, studying the smallest details such as electric wiring, paths, and garden areas. That specific day, the servants who were supposed to stay back on the days when the family went to London went out for a movie. Horace saw them leaving and was happy instead of being worried about the tickle in his nose due to hay fever. He then left with a bag that had his tools. According to Horace, there were about 15,000 pounds worth of jewels in the crack safe. He thought that even if he sold them one by one, he would get at least 5,000 pounds. That would keep him happy and content for 1 year. He also thought about the 3 books that were coming up in the autumn and thought that now he would have the money needed to buy those books. He saw the housekeepers of the Greg hang the keys on the hook outside the kitchen door. He took the key with a glove on his hand so that not to leave any fingerprints. He opened the door of the Greg and used to be very careful about the fingerprints. He then saw a small dog sleeping in the kitchen. The dog moved a bit, made a noise, and then moved his tail in a friendly way. Horace then said him Sherry, which was the name of the dog. He knew that the trick to keep dogs quiet was to call them by their names and show them a bit of love. The safe of the Greg was in the drawing room, hidden behind a painting. Looking at the painting, he thought he should collect paintings rather than books, but then thought that it would be better to collect books in a small house because pictures require large spaces. Then, as he moved forward, he saw a bowl of flowers on the table. His nose was tickling due to of hay fever and smell of flowers. He arranged his tools and saw that he had about 4 hours until the housekeeper's return. The safe would not have been difficult to open as he had lived with the safes and locks all his life, and the burglar system of the house was not good one. He went into the hall to cut the wires of the burglar system. He again sneezed loudly as the smell of the flowers came to him again. He was thinking of himself how foolish rich people were when they had valuable things, as he recalled that the whole plan of the house, including the information about the safe, was given in a magazine. He saw that the smell of the flowers was constantly making him sneeze loudly. So he put a handkerchief on his face and continued his work. Dear students, we will continue this story in our next session. Hope you have understood up to here. Let us quickly recapitulate what we studied today. The story is about a 50-year-old man who makes locks and lives with his housekeeper. He is a good citizen but not an honest man. One, as he commits a robbery every year. He plans his robbery in such a way that money he gets from there lasts him for at least 10 years, and he is able to buy rare and expensive books with it. He buys these books because he is really fond of collecting rare and expensive books. He plans to commit a robbery at a Greg named Shotover Greg. He takes all the information about the house, like where the family had gone, how many servants were there in the house, what was the name of the dog, the wiring in the house, the safe in the house, and even information like how much worth of jewels were there in the safe. Dear students, based on today's topic, here is a short assignment for you. Thank you and have a nice day.